Hi, welcome to Kids Cooking in the Kitchen. I'm Miss Michelle. This is a special edition for Boxing Day. Not Boxing Day, not boxes that you pick up and put junk in. It's Boxing Day. It's a federal holiday for our friends to the north, Canada, our friends across the pond, UK or England, Australia and Africa. Boxing Day, December 26th. Where in the world did that come from? Well, it's a very old holiday that's celebrated, and it started back in the 1500s when, well, the elite rich had servants, and they celebrated Christmas, and the servants had to work on Christmas Day. So the next day was the 26th. Their employers thought it was only fair to give them the leftovers and put them in a box along with a Christmas bonus and give them the day off. That's how Boxing Day started. Well, what do you do on Boxing Day? Well, some people watch sports. Some people take down their Christmas decorations. Some people eat and celebrate as a second Christmas. What? What do you mean? Yes, believe it or not, everything's closed until noon in Canada on Boxing Day. So today, for Kids Cooking in the Kitchen, we are going to make a food that is normally ate during celebrations. We are going to make and sample easy peasy British sausage rolls. I will tell you, it is made of ground pork. I'm only doing half the recipe. I'm going to take that ground pork and shove it right in there. It has some spices in it that you may have not heard of. It has kosher salt. It has dried sage, black pepper, nutmeg. Don't we use nutmeg in cookies? And it has a thing called mace. Here's a little challenge for you after this is over. Come visit us at the library and do a little research. How is mace and nutmeg related? They're a spice, yeah, but there's something special about them. I have them already measured out here. It smells wonderful. I'm going to add it to our ground pork, all those spices, and the pepper. And then we're going to add a little bit of water. This is so easy. Sorry about the spoon. But we're going to use that. We're going to mix this up. We are going to mash it a little bit. So, well, this isn't the spoon to mash with, so we can get this. You know what, guys? My hands are clean. I'll wipe them off again. I'm going in. So let's just mash this up with our hands. It's faster than a spoon. It smells wonderful. And after we get it mixed up, we want to make sure those spices are all mixed in. Okay, it's looking pretty mixed. I'm going to take and wipe off my hand. And what are we going to do with this sausage? We are going to then roll out puff pastry. Puff pastry can be found in the grocery store by the pie crust. Comes in this, and you're going to roll it out. I'm going to, by the way, once again, this is half the recipe because I already made some. So you can see them and you wouldn't have to wait 25 minutes. I'm going to take it, and I got wax paper down. You can use parchment paper, but there's a little flour on that so it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to peel that paper off. Okay. They say to take this, and I'm going to just kind of dust it around. This is kind of the weird part. You're going to take your sausage that you squished up. Oh, and by the way, this recipe will be available at the Carleton Library for a make or a take and make. There'll be a little bag you can pick up. It'll have this recipe. It'll have a recipe I found that supposedly the Queen of England made only this cake. This is the only cake she would make for her family on Boxing Day and other celebrations. It'll also have another one for a chocolate cake. But the best part is it will have a craft in there for Boxing Day. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to take my sausage and I'm going to do the Play-Doh thing here, make a snake. I'm going to squish them down, kind of flatten them down. I did make a mistake the first time I made this. I didn't flatten down my sausage. And so I got, well, it's called puff pastry. It puffed. It puffed a lot. So I'm going to just take that, and boys and girls, you might like the feel of this puff pastry. Your parents can help you, or an adult. It stretches like pie crust. So you want to just pull it out a little bit so it stretches and just cover it, just like that. And then you're going to take it, you're going to stretch this one out, and this is why we flour this, because if it wasn't, we couldn't get this off. So we'll take this one and we're going to pinch it now and fold it over. Pinch it, fold it over. Pinch it, fold it over. Pinch it, fold it over. Okay, so now we have this big tube. We have these funny ends. So what I like to do is I just kind of like to fold them up, push them down, kind of squish that sausage down into that little ravine, I'll call it. And we'll do this side. See, it's not too hard. Actually, this is like playing with Play-Doh, because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it. And when I roll it, I'm going to kind of elongate it. You know how you make those snakes with Play-Doh and you kind of can squish them down? Well, that's kind of what we're going to do with this sausage roll. You're going to need maybe an adult to do this or something sharp, and we're going to cut this. And I'm going to cut this one in 4. Okay, so now we've cut them. You're going to take the ends off, push whatever sausage is poking out of there, kind of push it down and squish it shut. And then you're going to make a mini snake again. And I just take it and roll it and pinch. Keep rolling. But you want to make sure you got to pinch shut, because I'll show you what with the ones that I have done. I had a couple that did not do what they were supposed to do. It wasn't bad. You can still eat them. Never wear a dark shirt and work with flour. As you can see, I look like I've been in a snowstorm. Okay, let's pinch these shut. Squish them down. Let's roll them some more. Keep pinching. Actually, it is kind of like Play-Doh, and I really do enjoy that part of it. Out of a whole recipe for this, they say you can get 4, but they're making some pretty good sized sausage rolls. Nobody in my family likes sausage that much, so I would make them this small. So I'm going to take and squish him down, push him in. Up, he's peeking out of the end. There we go. He's kind of a chubby one. Put him in there. We got him in there. And then my last one is open on both ends, so we'll start on one end, pushing it down, pinching it, pinching it. And after we get these rolled, I'm going to use an egg wash. an egg wash. What am I going to do? Wash eggs? No, that's not what I'm going to do. What you do is you crack an egg in a bowl, and you can add a little water if you want. And then you're going to take a fork and scramble it like you're making scrambled eggs. If you're not sure how to do this, find an adult. They'll know how to make scrambled eggs. And once you have that egg wash, you're going to coat these. So they'll come out golden brown. Plus, the egg acts as a glue. It's going to seal these. So let's take this, slide it over here, put that there. You're going to think I'm funny, but my egg wash, I mixed in a bag. I just scrambled my eggs right in a bag. That way I don't have a lot of cleanup. We'll bring our pan over. There they are. Now I'm going to put egg wash on them. If you don't have a brush, you can always use a spoon or a fork, and you're just going to paint the little rolls. Yep, just put a healthy amount on there. Do not taste this. For some unknown reason you want to taste it, do not. It's raw eggs, and it could be very rough on your tummy. Okay. We got those done. There was something else I almost forgot, and that would have been catastrophic if I would have forgot it. Because these are a puff pastry, that means that the pastry expands and it puffs up. And when it puffs up and there's no way for the steam to get out, well, it blows up. So without putting the little slits in here, you might find that your pastry expands very quickly, and well, you might have a bit of a mess. So there they are. They're scored. You have to put them in a pan that has a lip that's high. That's not a cookie sheet, because there's grease in the sausage, and that grease could run off your cookie sheet and onto your oven. Also, they suggest that you use nonstick aluminum foil, because with the egg wash and that, they'll stick right to the bottom of this if it was regular foil. So you put them in an oven that's set for 425, and I baked mine for 25 or 26 minutes, and this is what they look like. Here they are. Yes, and if you look, a couple of them have the sides blown out because the slit was closed, or I didn't put in enough space with the pastry to pull it shut, and I didn't pinch it enough. So that's the only downfall. It doesn't change the taste. They're super duper good, but like for this one, he's perfect. No holes on him. And what they normally eat them with, you can eat them like that. You can eat them with ketchup, mustard. I guess these are all the rage. So, with that said, enjoy your easy peasy British sausage rolls on Boxing Day. And remember to come visit us at the Monroe County Library. Thank you for watching, and kindness always.